it's Wednesday. I understand what day it is, and it is not Thursday, but I had some stuff that I wanted to talk to you all about. So number one, oh wow, I'm a dum-dum and I forgot to get my drink on. So I have nothing. I don't even have my water. So I will ask you though, if you are here and you come see this, what's in your cup, people? But two, also, there will not be a Triple T Thursday, which would normally be tomorrow because I'm going to this charity event. So I wanted to make sure that I still stream this week. And so that's why, henceforth, the Triple T Thursday, but it's on a Wednesday. Here we are. So I hope that y'all are doing great. There's a couple things that I want to chat with y'all about, but if anyone is out there, make sure you say hi and, hi, how's it going? Good to see you. Oh, there's some people here. Poke Gangsters. Hey, hello. Hey, Pixel Pia. Hello, good to see you. Half cup. Oh, I love how it's half full. That's very optimistic of you. Coffee. Awesome. What are you guys up to? It's Wednesday. I know it's the middle of the week, but I just want to say hi. I was thinking about this. I decided to go live inside of Ecamm and I didn't even upload a thumbnail or any kind of anything like I would normally do because I would on Thursdays, if you guys don't know this, I create the event in Restream and then I restream it out to all of the places and stuff like that, as one does, as a good YouTuber does. And you usually have to set that up an hour beforehand. So I did not do any of those things. So I didn't do any of those things. Yeah, there's that. Have you guys been following along? We can start with a couple of newsworthy, like recent event type things. Have you been following along with this Toei and Totally Not Mark anime channel Dragon Z copyright thing that's been happening? And I just wanted to touch on this briefly because I don't normally involve myself in stuff like that or anything, but I just wanted to chat about this. And this is really about the YouTube copyright system and the automated system that it has in place. And it seems like a lot of the time it's really going to be not on the side of the creator, but it's on the side of the people with the content ID system, which are really these big corporations and everything like that. So it becomes really hard when you're a small creator. So he's not a small creator, this particular channel that we're talking about. He has probably almost 600,000 subscribers. But the fact is he got woken up to 150 copyright claims against his videos where they do animation, some of which don't even use the people's like comics, anime, whatever else it is. It's like Dragon Ball Z stuff. And some of it, he employs an entire team. They have animators, they're making videos, they're doing commentary, all of that kind of stuff. 150 copyright claims. And you have to go through and make sure that you dispute each one of them. And every time you do dispute each portion of the waiting on the other team to reply can take a good 30 days. So you can have a good 60 days, 45 days in some of this process where they keep all of the ad money and you have to go through all of this legal headache. And then eventually you either have to go to court or you have to, they release a claim, anything like that. And the fact that they can actually go through and just zing your channel 150 times in a 12-hour period or whatever else it is, some of which don't even have drawings from Dragon Ball Z, because these animators are actually making it themselves, is just egregious abuse of the entire copyright ID system. And I know that there are several music houses out there that also do the same type of thing where they will go out and they'll deliberately ding all of these channels that may even have like a 2-second snippet, maybe even accidentally, something like that, and then try and claim revenue for the entire video. And it just, because a lot of these channels, right, they don't have lawyer like teams on their side and having to go through all of this. And a lot of you're going to go through the process and get so scared halfway through that you're just going to be like, okay, I'll take the claim because I don't want to get a strike. I don't want to have to go through this entire like legal battle process, and I'll just let them have the money. And so some of these, their entire revenue model is based off of taking money from all of these channels. It's just ridiculous. And I don't understand how YouTube in its rightful mind is like, you know what we should really get rid of? The dislike button. But they never touch things like, and also Roberto Blake had something like about this today too, is channel trolls that come in and leave all kinds of awful comments, right? You can't even go in and say like, hey, hide this person and delete every single comment they've ever left on my channel. There's nothing like that. YouTube doesn't bring that thing in to protect any of the creators. They do just actually just bring in stuff like, oh, here's the content ID system, which all of these companies will abuse and take all this money from creators. Awesome. And, you know, like, we're not going to be very helpful when it comes to things like, even if you receive 150 copyright strikes, being able to respond in bulk to them. Like, how is that creator first? Like, I don't understand. How is it? And he made a response video and I thought it was very good. Like, technically not Mark or whatever his channel is. Stephen Colbert, love him or not, late night show host, has a little clip of that same thing. He doesn't get hit with a copyright strike or claim. So why is it that some of these other ones are going to be fine to get away with that? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. Hello. Sorry. You can delete all comments by a commenter. Well, I know that you can go in and you can see the people's like history of comments, like 13 comments on this channel. But a lot of the time, even when you go in and then you say like hide all comments from this user, sometimes I find that even that doesn't work, because I'll go through and I'll do that for many people, or hide user from this channel as you do. And then you come back and they're still there. Still, like, you come back a day later and they're still there. So like, why? And why is it? Right. And you guys saw it too. Like some of my funny posts this week from people like leaving comments. One of them wasn't even on a video that I had made. It was actually on a different channel. And I'm not even in the video. I just thought it was hilarious. That was the, anyways, but there was one that I posted yesterday, and it was, you know, about the one who's like, well, this is awful. And you know what the post was? You guys want to know what the post was? The post was the one that I have in my community tab where I said something like, hey, for anyone stopping by, everything that you need to succeed in life is already inside of you. Something like that. It was a very like feel good, like, look at me being all positive in the moment. Apparently the world does not want that, because this person was like, you're a joke, or that's ridiculous, or whatever. And so, of course, as you do, you go click on them and nary a comment, nary a video, nary a anything on their own YouTube channel. And it's just like, why is it always the people? And I even wrote a whole blog post. I feel like it's a blog post, but you know what I mean? Instagram caption about it, because I'm like, why is it always the people doing less, right? These confused fans is what I like to call your haters. They're confused fans, right? Because they're the first in line to dislike your video and leave it a thumbs down, even though you can't see it now. Joke's on you. You know, they're the first people to leave negative comments. They're the first people to tell you you're not going to succeed at something. They're the first people to tell you that something is stupid, right? If they spent all of that time that they spend hating you and you living rent-free in their brain to bettering themselves, making channels, whatever, as like most of the time people coming by and leaving those types of comments are not the ones who are doing like so much better than you in life. You know what I mean? Because they're like busy. Like I don't run around to like some of my friends' channels and be like, you suck so hard. You know, like I don't have time for that. I barely have time to like respond to comments on my own channel, right? So I don't need to go to someone else's channel. And if I don't like someone's video, I just like click off of it. It's weird how that works, that freedom. But I'm like, all of these people who want to spend all this time tearing you down because what? You want to share your opinions, or you want to say something nice, or you just, like, you know what I mean? Like Dita Von Teese was like, you can be the ripest, juiciest, sweetest peach. And I take it a step further. You know, she says someone out there doesn't like peaches. I'm going to say someone's going to die because they're allergic to peaches. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be everything to everyone. And the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be. Okay. So there's that. I guess I didn't even notice if, let's just make sure that everything on YouTube is looking good. Okay. I did try, y'all. Actually, that's a lie. I just went live. I didn't really try. Give it a second. It might come up with the audio in the background. I think I muted it. Oh, yes. Look at me go. Hey, there's 10 of you here. Hey, look at that. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. It's a Wednesday. So thanks. Oh, I also wanted to let you guys know. You remember when I was talking, was it 2 weeks ago now? Was it 2 weeks ago? Oh my gosh. Time. What does it even mean anymore? I was saying I was going to try and turn channel memberships on in the new year. Don't like feel obligated or anything. I haven't really gotten too far with it, but I did submit like my levels, and I brought back the emojis, and I refilmed like a 60-second shorter video, because I watched the other one. I was like, wow, girl, you just ramble and y'all know that, the squirrel brain that is. But yeah, I made a 60-second, like, we're doing 2 levels. I decided this is what we're doing. I'll just tell you. So yeah, and they approved my levels, and so I was just like, it's gonna be a soft launch. I won't really like go out there and like tell people to go off and join, but like, hey, it's like it's now enabled. So look at that. So 2 levels. One is gonna be like I think it's like $1.99, $2.99, and you can just do like the chat, and then you get the stickers and all the emojis, and then when we have the members only live streams, you'll be the only ones to chat. So there's that. And then I decided the second level is going to be private Facebook group, and we can just chat and have questions about YouTube content creation, video editing, any of that stuff, and have kind of just a little community of people that like are nice. Yeah, be nice, I guess. So yeah, so I was really excited about that. I was a little upset that I've lost some of my emojis because of the fact that you have to have a certain amount of members to have more emojis and badges and stuff. And I was like, oh, so I had to pick. So right now, I don't think the doggy one is there, even though the doggies are really cute, until we have more. Or I put it as like one of the tiers for how long you've been a member. So I snuck the dog badge in there. But once we get to a certain amount of members, then we can create new emojis and stuff. So I'm very excited about that. But I'm not really going to talk too much about it until we get into like the new year and stuff, because there's going to be some changes and stuff that I'm really excited to talk to you about. We're going to do stuff like, brain farts. Yeah, we're going to do brain farts all over the place. I hate myself. And I think I've decided I'm also going to do that year-end video that we were talking about, I was talking about, just rambling on about, of the just bloopers, feel good about yourself while I beat myself up and have all of these takes of me just not doing my lines very well. In fact, before this video, I had finished some extra filming and stuff for a video that's coming out in January. That could be a lie. We'll see. And so I think it was 33 minutes of video. There's like 33 minutes of video, and that sucker will be like down to like 6 minutes. So just FYI. There could be plenty of more bloopers. I think I literally called myself an idiot multiple times we don't have to keep all of that, but you know what I'm saying. So if you're looking for something to feel good about yourself, that video will be coming up. Maybe I'll drop that on Christmas Eve as a as a present to y'all for the new year. So there's that. Oh, no worries, Pixelpia. No worries at all. Hello, Tawana Davis. Hello, Karan Sankar. Pokegong. Thank you for the little doggy there. Yeah. And sup from New Jersey. Nice. Yeah, Christmas is coming up. Do you guys have plans for Christmas? Let me know. My parents-in-law were just here over the weekend, and that was lovely. It was lovely to have them here. And what was it, 2 weeks ago when Thanksgiving was? We got to go home, and I got to see my mom for Thanksgiving, so that was lovely as well. I never usually get that much of a family dose in a short period, so ole, that was nice. Hey, Sammy Superstar. Yeah, I got my eCam shirt on today, right? Absolutely. Stop dreaming. Start streaming. It is, it's a good shirt. It's a good shirt. You know what shirt I want from eCam though? I want the You're on Mute. And then I also want the, what Doc has described as that warm hug. I want the sweatshirt, whatever sweatshirt it was. I don't know if it was the You're on Mute sweatshirt, but I remember him wearing it, and I think he was wearing it at People of Video on the last day or something, and then he called it, like, he described it like a warm hug, and I'm like, I want a warm hug sweatshirt from eCam. I want it. You're going to Sydney in Australia for Christmas, and then I'll be going back to South Australia. My grandparents and everyone in the family again. Oh, that'll be awesome. That's so cool. Anyone else have awesome travel plans? You know what's really funny is my work is actually doing a holiday party, and it's tonight/tomorrow. So I think some people started flying in today for it. And I was just not about traveling right now because, you know, like travel's already crazy. Some of those airlines were coming out with the restrictions on, you know, all their employees have to be vaccinated and people were striking. And then all of a sudden, all the flights are like overbooked and people are crazy during holiday anyway. And I was just like, oh, my self is staying inside. Because like the traveling that I did for People of Video as well as like VidSum, that's the most traveling I've done in 2 years. Like, y'all don't know, like I barely leave the house. So I was just like, oh no, it's the You're on Mute hoodie. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was. So I really want the You're on Mute hoodie in the warm hug. I almost considered that, you know, the Ecamm hat, you know, the one that Fulgens is like, it fits on my head and everything, because, you know, he's always complaining that he has a larger head. But then I'm like, Shelly, you don't even wear hats. So most hats, it's not like they don't fit. So like, that's not even like, it's a double whammy, right? It's like, oh, great. Here's a hat that Fulgens can wear. But like, I have hats, I just don't even wear them. So I thought about that. I'm like, you know what is good though? A hoodie. A hoodie with some sort of sarcastic saying like, you're on mute, something like that. Oh yeah, I was about it. I know there's a merch store. I know. I just haven't done it yet. I know. I do like that You're on Mute shirt. I know I should talk to them. And when I see Doc wear it, I'm just like, man, I want that shirt. Wow. I'm like really low in the frame. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So what else is going on with y'all? I'm really excited. Oh yeah, to finish that story, the content ID system, it definitely needs a revamp. The whole process, rebuttals, all of it. It all needs a revamp. I will say, I'm surprised that you can't, if it's the same claimant coming across your videos, that you can't bulk refute them. And the only reason I say that is because on the other channel that I'm on, I have to go in and regularly every week clean out copyright. And this isn't like, I have rules for myself that I've set in place, like, hey, if it's, you know, 10% of their video and it's more like, oh, they were doing a live stream and it came up as an unskippable ad and there we are in you know, like that's no big deal. I'm talking about the videos where it's 100% a copy of like an existing video that you have, you know, and you wouldn't think like, oh, no big deal. Like, no, happens all the time. So I have to go in there, and I was doing them individually, one by one, you know, filing a claim as you do. So I'm on the other end of it. But then I found out you can just do a kind of like a select all and do a whole bunch and just send that sucker off, even though the people, I would group them if they were the same user, because sometimes some certain users will take multiples of your videos. So I was like, okay, if it's the same user, I'll do that. But no, you can do that across videos, even if it's not the same uploader. So I was like, sweet. So once I discovered that, I started doing like 5 or 6 at a time, because yeah, we have that many. So like, I think I've done like a couple hundred. Okay. So I'm pretty familiar with this process. Well, now. And so like, you'll go in there and you have to like do that. Very rarely do I get someone who like emails back being like, I don't understand. Why don't you let me have this video? So very rarely does that happen. And I'm like, hey, you can't take our stuff. And you know what's worse is a lot of them are like affiliates. And so there's that. And they have to be like, I thought it was okay. It's like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay, Susie. So there's that. But if I can go in and file against multiple people that are uploading that aren't even the same, I don't understand why you can't do a rebuttal for someone with multiple claims all coming from the same place. That riddle me this. I don't understand that. I don't get it at all. So straight out of Ecamm shirt. Yeah, it's funny, right? The hoodie is wonderful. I know. I use y'all a lot. That is intentional, because many, many moons ago, I tried to vow that I would try to refrain from using guys as often, even though technically it could be addressing a group of people, and it is kind of commonly accepted as such. I've always thought, if you had a room of 20 women, it feels weird to come up and be like, hey guys, like, right? So I use y'all most of the time when I'm thinking about it, and it's just more in my vernacular now to do it. Some people tried to tell me that I should use yins, and I never really got my brain or my mouth apparently wrapped around that one. So I went back with y'all, and sometimes people will be like, hey, are you from Texas or someplace that actually uses y'all? And I'm like, nope, I'm just trying to be inclusive. Take that for what you will. I know that some people aren't feeling that same way when it comes to guys, but I have had some conversations with females, and some will say that it does bother them. So I'm like, here's a small something that I can do. So I want to try and have it be inclusive. So I'll typically say y'all or you all or everyone. So that's why you see it in a lot of the videos or something. I'm like, hey, everyone. And that's on purpose. I try not to say guys as much. Sometimes it slips and it happens, but most of the time I try and say, hey, y'all, hey, everyone, etc. So there's that. I don't think I'm going to get on with the yins. Hey, yins. I just don't. I find that weird. So that's the story on y'all. So where am I from? Seattle. I don't think y'all is big in Seattle, but I'm just letting you know. That's where I am. That's where I'm from. Thanks for the question, though, Fly Lorenzo. Are you the one who said New Jersey? I'm not sure, but I could scroll back up. What else is going on with all of y'all? Let me know. Would love to hear. I don't have the energy to think about guys or y'all or whatever. I get it. And this is over multiple years. And one of the things that happened to me, I went to this like coding boot camp in school, and it was very like, this place is a safe place, and we're going to learn about all these microaggressions, and we're going to talk about all the ways that you're probably propagating and perpetuating all of these things and misogyny. I'm like, I had no idea. I'm sorry. And so some of that is ingrained in me from many, many moons ago. So it's been like 7 years of trying to train my brain into being this way that I am. It explains a lot. Okay? It explains a lot. There are more important things to worry about. One thing, though, is as salty as I get, right? And y'all know, I can be salty, sarcastic, however you want to flower it up. When someone did tell me that it bothered them, I was like, okay, yeah, no big deal. I mean, it's easy enough to, this was, again, 7 years ago. I can retrain my brain around that. So it wasn't as big of a deal for me to change it. So there's that. There's that. And if it doesn't offend you, great. And if it does, I'm trying not to offend you. So if there's something else that I'm saying, let me know. Sometimes I'll try. Sometimes it'll still slip out because, you know, I am how many years old? And there's that. Hey, Modern Day Tech. Great to see you. How are you? I would offer for you to come on, but I think we both know how that's going to go. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. You got back from school camp and it was really fun. What kind of camp? Oh, alrighty. Also, I'm going to be putting out, wow, 13 people watching. First of all, thank you. I should go randomly live on a Wednesday more often. You know, one thing I don't do it because I know that usually Scott Peachy is going live on a Wednesday. And so sometimes I try not to step on friends' schedules for live streaming, and I try and be considerate only because like I also selfishly want to go in and watch some of them sometimes. So I know Scott usually streams on a Wednesday and Viper usually streams on a Friday. So originally that's why I had picked Thursday. Plus it was just a good day of the week for me. So there's that. But yeah, sometimes I don't even get this many people on a Thursday stream. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to compete with Scott. I think one thing though is I don't think he's streaming today because he was speaking at a conference. Good for him. I'm so proud of him. He had posted on his Instagram story that he was speaking and opening up a conference about being smart. And I think it was like some sort of data security type thing. So I was like, good for you. Good for you. Look at you. And I will say that being a YouTube content creator, a live streamer, a podcaster, a whatever, in that kind of public eye is going to prepare you for doing more of those types of things and becoming more of a public speaker. And just like when I had Alex Lyons, communication coach Alex Lyons on, we had done an interview where I said, every once in a while, you show a little competence in anything and people mistake it for confidence and then erroneously think that they should shove you in front of other people to keep talking about said subject. Nobody asked for that. That's just what happens. So you had a wonderful time staying at camp. You had a lot of fun and numerous fun activities, flying fox and rock climbing. Oh, movie night. What did you guys watch as the movie? I'd be curious because when you have like a group of people, similar to group projects and such, right? There's sometimes nothing harder than to try and get everyone to decide where to eat dinner, or any meal really, where to eat, or what movie to watch. Okay. It's tough, right? And so I have this thing, what I call the McDonald's predicament. Okay. Hear me out. When you have a group of people, this is the worst, right? You got a group of people and you're like, oh man, we have to decide where to go and eat. Okay. And everyone is going to be like, I don't know, should we start a survey? What do you think? Who knows the area? And it becomes this cluster of like 40 minutes of trying to just figure out like, where can I shove some food into my face and satiate the hunger that's in my belly. Okay. Because everyone's trying to be considerate. No one wants to be too forceful and direct and be like, we're going here. So the McDonald's predicament is this, and I think some of you watching have heard this before, but you just have to have one person suggest McDonald's, okay? And be like, hey, I think we should go to McDonald's. Almost invariably every time, someone is going to be like, okay, but you know what might be better? And then people have this conversation and then they pick something, okay? It is a very rare occurrence where someone says, hey, let's go to McDonald's. And the entire group is like, yeah, McDonald's. Loving it. It like never happens. So when you want to finally kind of like land the plane and come to a conclusion, all someone has to do is be like, hey, we should go eat McDonald's. And just watch what happens. Just watch what happens. Very Bravo, right? Watch what happens. So there's that. And I just thought I would share the McDonald's predicament with you because almost always it works. What do you remember in Ron Burgundy where they're like 80% of the time it works 100% of the time? That's exactly how I feel about the McDonald's predicament. 80% of the time it works 100% of the time. There you go. There you go. So hey, Adam's Exploits, great to see you. How are you? Nice to have you here. Mr. Camera Junkie, thank you for the applause. And I also saw your applause on the little haters Instagram post video. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being there. You have the McRib today. Did you all see the Jamie Oliver decision that came out with the against McDonald's, where he was trying to basically sue them and say, like, you shouldn't even be able to call this food. Technically, it is like some sort of edible thing that they inject with all of this like flavoring and then also have it washed in chemicals that are technically like hazardous to your health, and yet people still eat it and it's not regulated. Like, anyways, whatever it was, he won his lawsuit against McDonald's. So there's that. Oh, hi Pixelpia. Thanks for stopping by. Of course. No apology needed. I'm streaming on a different day at a different weird time. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Take care of you and the fam. Luis. Hello. But yeah, I hope that did not put a damper on your McRib experience, which already sounds like it was dampened by the size of it. Can I also commiserate with you for a minute? While my parents-in-law were here, they decided that it would be nice because I was, one of the nights we were going to go out to dinner, and like another night, guys, I made a turkey. Like, I thought I was getting out of making a turkey this year for Thanksgiving. No. Like, we ended up buying groceries at Safeway. I think I talked about the story already, but because we'd spent enough in groceries, they were like, oh, go have a free turkey. Just make sure it's under 20 pounds. And who's going to be like, I don't think I want a free turkey, thank you. Of course, I was like, gobble, gobble. It's getting in my cart. It's getting in my cart. And it was frozen, of course. So, like, I had a week, and I was like, what am I going to do with this turkey? I was like, oh, I know, my in-laws are coming, so I'm going to make this turkey. And I don't know about you guys, but I am Team Brine all the way. I brined this turkey for 24 hours in a solution, of kosher salt and water, as you do with mandarin oranges and peppercorns and onion and all of the aromatics that you do, and apple cider vinegar, all that stuff in a big brining bag. I was so excited. And then I baked that sucker and I cooked that sucker and it was friggin' delicious, y'all. All that notwithstanding, the point is they were like, oh, you've made dinner. This turkey. It was like a second Thanksgiving. And we, we're going out to dinner. And so they were like, hey, let's take you out to lunch. And so we went to Subway, and the sandwich artiste could be at work. And I felt bad for this sandwich artiste because it was just one girl working there at the time. And she had to, make it all and ring it all up. And there were multiple people. So we are there. And in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah. And they wanted to pay for it. And it's very sweet. But I was like looking at the menu and I felt like my old man yells at sky, clouds, whatever, come out, because y'all remember the song and it was like $5 foot long, right? So obviously you think, oh, a foot long should be around $5. Okay. This particular Subway, I don't know why, but like a foot long was $13 and like the 6-inch sandwiches were like $7.99 or like $8.50 depending on like which one it was. And I was just like, where am I? Even the 6-inch for like $8, like that, what? And like on the case, they had these like signs that were taped up that were like, we will accept Subway coupons at this location, because I know they're all franchises, but like up to a $9.99 value. So if you buy a sandwich, which is $13, mathematician here, it's going to be an extra $3 or $2 or every single time you get one of these sandwiches, right? Right. And I was just like, dude, what? Why? I don't know why y'all tuned into this live stream. This is absolute like fluff. This is nothing, but y'all know what you signed up for when you followed me, okay? The squirrel brain that ensues. Oh, by the way, did I tell you? Literally ADD squirrel brain. That's the level, the one with the private Facebook group. I'm calling it the squirrels, the Shelly squirrels or something. Like the other one's a squad, and then the other one is the squirrels. So if you want to be part of the squirrels, you would join that membership level. If you want to be part of the squad, then you're in the other level. Yeah, I was just like, I'm just gonna take it, embrace it, go with it. We're the squirrels. Or you're joining the squirrel. And so I'm looking at it, I'm like, I just don't understand why a sandwich is $13. Like, make it make sense. What happened to the $5 footlong? Okay. And it was in that moment, I was just like, wow, you're old. And it's just ridiculous. And I know they can set their own prices and everything, but like you would think if the coupon amount is like $9.99, that's what they're thinking is like what the top end of a foot-long sandwich is going to be, right? And not only this, I know that they got into some trouble a while back, multiple things, okay, Subway, and I haven't been to a Subway in probably over 2 years, actually, because even before, like I started staying home during all of the panini that's been happening, even before then, I don't think I'd been to a Subway in a very long time, because a lot of the time I would go to like Jimmy John's or Potbelly or something like that, but they had specifically said Subway and they wanted to pay. So I was like, who am I to be like, well, have you heard of Potbelly or Jimmy John's? No. So we went to Subway. So I was like, I don't know if in the last 2 years prices have just crept up that much, or I just have unrealistic expectations, or what's going on. But one, I know that they had gotten sued or something at one point because like their footlongs weren't actually even footlongs. Raise your hand if you remember this whole debacle, right? They're like a little bit smaller. Now they have 3 sizes and I don't even understand it. Okay, it's like a 6-inch, like a footlong, and then it says like a footlong plus. And I'm like, what does that actually mean? How much plus is there? Is it an extra inch? Is it an extra 2? Like inquiring minds want to know. So many questions. I have so many questions. I didn't ask because they were really busy actually. So we were in line, and plus, we were ordering a bunch of sandwiches. So I didn't want to like freak this girl out, because during the time that this was all happening, my mother-in-law asked, what is like this protein thing? So I get it if you're at Evergreens and you can either get, the salad or the spinach or the romaine blend, or if you don't want any of the lettuce stuff, then it turns into a quinoa bowl. So that makes sense. At this Subway, I still don't know to this day what a protein thing is. I was like, is that a salad? And they're like, yeah, it has a lot of the same veggies that you would get in a salad. So I'm like, but you also have a salad option. Is it a salad? Like still to this day, and this just happened over the weekend, still to this day, there are no questions that have been answered for me. I don't know what the protein bowl is. I don't know what the footlong plus thing is. I don't know why the sandwich is $13. I don't know why the coupon limit is only $9.99. Okay. Just nothing but questions are coming up. Okay. $8 footlongs from Subway in South Florida. See, one of their Philly cheesesteak, like the fancier ones, they were either like $7.99 or $8.49. And I was just like, make it make sense. Make it make sense, right? What happened to the $5 footlong? I understand that the $5 footlong was also moved to like the most generic ones, like cold cut combo and like the turkey or some sandwich that a lot of people don't always order. But y'all, I did not think we would ever spend this much time talking about a Subway sandwich, but there's more. There's so much more, y'all. They had a little QR code with a sign, like a sticker thing that says, "Our tuna is real tuna." And my brain just kind of went like, did I miss the memo that their tuna was not tuna? Just like their bread is not really considered bread because it's full of all this sugar. And I know that they lost whatever lawsuit that was, but having to read a sign that was like, "Our tuna is real tuna." And I'm like, is this because of that whole fish conspiracy movie that came out with the tuna and the byproduct thing? Is there something where they're saying it's not real tuna? Like, I have so many questions. And none of them were getting answered. And what's funny is now I just see like it's plummeted to like 4 people watching. I went from like my highest live stream ever at like 13 people to now like 5 people. Thanks for sticking with me, all y'all. Y'all are the real ones. So all of this notwithstanding, I will not be going back to that Subway. I still don't know what is in the bread. I don't understand the footlong plus. I don't know what's in a protein bowl. I don't know why the coupon amount is only $9.99, and I don't understand why a sandwich is $12.99 before the meal deal. Okay? Those are some of the questions that should be answered in my lifetime, but probably will not be, because I will not be revisiting that particular Subway. And I just thought I would share that with the class and lose all of my viewers. So I hope you enjoyed that story, because I can see that no one else did. There's that. Okay, moving on to the next thing. Is there anything that y'all would like to talk about? If so, please let me know. Louise, what is your next video? Someone help me. It's all that trans fat, don't eat it. Yeah, right? Right. I went somewhere else, though. I will tell you, and I'm going to make a quick little video about it. Bless their hearts over at eCam, and I think it was Caleb. He's so sweet to me. This was probably 2 months ago. I made some sort of tweet. I was tweeting at Cinnabon, and I don't know. He must have seen it, and then I got this message. It was like, "Hey, check your inbox," and I got like a small gift card to Cinnabon, and I finally redeemed it like a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I sent him a photo or if I sent him just a text being like, "I'm enjoying Cinnabon right now because of you." I don't know why. I would just share that random act of kindness, and he's probably neither watching nor cares. But thank you so much to eCam/Caleb for making my total day. And I just thought I would share that because as you're walking through most malls and that wafting scent of Cinnabon is in the air, and you automatically get the mouth-watering like feeling that you really need to have Cinnabon. Every once in a while, dreams come true. There it is. There it is. How to get product showcase with any Sony camera. Oh, I didn't know that. I know that the product showcase exists on the ZV-1. I didn't know existed on the other. So I will be tuning into that video. That's very exciting. Awesome. So stop it. I will not. It's my show. I'll do what I want. So there's that. Oh, by the way, did y'all see that since I see some of my eCam fam in here, Mr. Camera Junkie and Paul Duncan, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Adam's Exploits, if you're still in here. Did y'all buy tickets to the, what is it, the Video Expanded or whatever else it is, Luria Petrucci's online conference. I saw that like Daryl Leaves is speaking at it, Luria, Renee Ritchie. I was looking at that and I saw that eCam had a discount code, so I might actually buy a ticket with my eCam fam code. So thanks again, eCam, for that, because it's a virtual conference and I was like, yeah, I want tickets, but I don't know if I want to. Anyways, I digress. That is happening. That is happening. So there's that. Is there anything else that y'all want to chat about? I'm really excited though. I think the whole point I was also telling you was that we're doing channel memberships again, starting, well, I mean, technically now, but starting, we're going to be kicking that off in January. I'm really excited for that. Members only live streams and chats. I think we're going to do some work with me type sessions. And yeah, I'm super, super excited to bring that back. You're spending $100 to go to the Mats meetup at a Brazilian steakhouse? Oh, no, I know they're a sponsor. Yeah. Aliens. I will say about Aliens, I don't know if you saw this, but there was I don't know if you want to call it a controversy, a mini tea. It was Demi Lovato, and they had, I don't even know how it came up in conversation, but they claimed that the term alien was offensive and that they didn't think it was appropriate for it to be used. And so there's that. And I think a lot of people were like, what? So that's what I think of when I think about aliens. All things YouTube in the Philadelphia area. What did I miss? Oh, Matt, all things YouTube in the Philadelphia area. A Brazilian steakhouse, though, I mean, that could be $67, $70 anyway. So think about the tax tip included and everything, and still get to meet up with, I don't know who that person is, but it sounds like a good deal to me. And the metaverse. The metaverse. Is there a free site to do video production for my students? Define video production. I mean, if you're talking about video editing, I mean, if you're on a Mac, I mean, you got options about $100 or so. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, I've been to a steakhouse and I think it's like $75 anyway. So that's before, and that's just per person. So see, you talk about Subway and everyone leaves. Talk about Brazilian steakhouse and we're back up to 10 people. Okay, I get it, people. We can talk about meat. And what was I going to say? Also, another lingering question from my Subway adventures. There's this American club, and then there was a Subway club. Still don't know what the difference was, because, you know, on a lot of menus, I'm sorry to harp on this, but a lot of menus, they will tell you, like, the title of the sandwich and then the types of meats inside of it. No, not this one. It was a fun game of here's a picture and does it correspond with the sandwich? We'll never tell. We'll never tell. Just one more question to the list. Slice that steak at the table. I know, right? And do they have at that particular Brazilian steakhouse, because a lot of them that I go to will have like the little placard card, and it's red on one side and green on the other side. And so you flip it over to green if you're ready for people to come by with the meats and slicer and give it to you. And they also have the red one, and it's like, no, I'm kind of taking a break. You guys don't need to like ask me to come to the table and if I want part of chicken or steak or whatever else it is. So I thought that's a pretty good system. And then there's also like a card for like, I'm just at the salad bar or I'm coming back or something like that. Like, don't clean my table or don't give it away. Like, I'm not done here yet, which I think is a very important distinction. I am not done here. So there's that. And yeah, man, it's been a long time since I've been to a Brazilian steakhouse. Chromebooks. I don't know. Depends on how heavy the editing is also going to be. I know that I think that there are some places even now inside of web browsers that you can do some stuff, such as like even Canva will do very basic, minimal. Otherwise, I would just do it on a phone or something. Fogo de Chao. Yeah, we have one of those in Seattle. Okay, yeah, I've been to that one. We also, I think they went out of business though. Unfortunately, one of the COVID casualties. There was another one that I used to go to. And there's another one inside of Bellevue Square, Lincoln's. I'm not sure. We have a couple. The Fogo de Chao is in Seattle, and then we have a couple in Bellevue as well. So I know. Chromebooks is tough because you got to be able to do everything inside of a browser base, because a lot of the time they don't have like apps that you really download onto them that are, and also the Chromebooks are not usually powerful enough to handle a lot of that. Yeah, that one's a tougher ask. I think my dogs are totally just like choking on whatever. How's it going? Yeah. Okay. Are you okay? Okay. Anyways, I think that was just about everything that I was going to share with y'all. You know, channel memberships are going to be coming back, and then I was letting you know there's not a stream tomorrow because there's going to be a stream today, this one that you're watching or watching on replay. And I really, for anyone who's here, drop a comment either on this video or in this chat right now with some video ideas that you want to see me tackle next year. Topics, genres, ideas, stuff like that. Because I'm starting to build my list and prepare for 2022. So help me add to the list. What would you like to see? You are going to get the New Year's, I think, present for me just calling myself an idiot type of editing video session. And then in one of the members only live streams, there is going to be like a edit with me. I know that Annette said that she wanted to see that one, edit along with me or whatever else it is, or watch me edit, or we can edit together, whatever it is, a working session. There will be a working session. And then I think it'd be really fun to bring in some of those like editing apps and like have them be like stacked up against each other. Like maybe do one with InShot, and then do one with Splice, and one with CapCut, and one. Hi, can I help you? Are you done choking? No? Well, you think about it. Hey, Rob Belisabis, Canadian Rob, how's it going? How are you? We're just hanging. If you have time, you want to come in, come say hi. Come on in, the water's fine. We're just brainstorming ideas and videos and things for the new year while listening to my dog hack up a hairball because he thinks he's a cat. So there's that. No big deal. And hey crew. Rob, do you also let me just make sure over here. There we go. Rob Belisabis, let me return the favor. You're now a moderator. I have to agree. Rob has been killing it with all of these live streams. I was kind of jealous. I was looking and I was just like, hi, how's it going? Justin Brown, and just killing it over there. Actually, you know what? We should do this. Don't go run amok, people, but Adam's Exploits, Mr. Camera Junkie, you all have the wrench now. Don't feel like you need to do anything. The only thing that needs to happen is if you see someone running completely amok and like calling each other bad names, then you can, give them the boot. Other than that, it's just cool to hang out with y'all. And it's a little token and a thank you for hanging out with me as often as you do. Okay? But yeah, Rob, totally killing it with your live streams lately. Way to go. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyways. Sorry. Rob, did I miss it? Did you want to come say hi? You totally can. You don't have to. We were actually just kind of winding down. I was saying I had reactivated channel memberships, but I'm going to be kind of going harder and talking about it more come January and everything. So there's that. And we were trying to brainstorm some ideas in videos that would be good for the channel in 2022. And then you missed an entire half-hour long Shelly is confused, but what else is new type of scenario wrap-up around Subway sandwiches. It was riveting. Everyone else who was here, riveting content, I tell you. So there's that. Yeah. But if there's anything else y'all want to chat about, please let me know. Like I said, tomorrow I will be at this charity auction thing. So that's why we're streaming on a Wednesday. You're waiting for, where are you going? Oh, dinner. Midweek guys night. Oh, that sounds nice. Hope you have fun. Enjoy that. Some of the people are already headed down to San Diego for like work holiday party. And I was getting a little bit of FOMO. I did hear that they had planned festivities for the beach, but then like for some weird reason, it's now 100% chance of rain, which is very unlikely for that area. So now they have to move indoors. But because of that, they're going to have a nice dinner. And I was like, I like dinner. I like nice dinner. That was the only time I had FOMO. The getting there is the thing. I just can't. Yeah, I'd love to hang out with people though. YouTube is wacky. Oh no. Yeah, of course. I'd love to join you on your channel. Of course. Short version, Subway $5 footlong is $13 at Shelly Subway. Yeah. But there was so much more. Don't make me rehash it again. There was more than just that. Okay. There was much, much more. I had so many questions and none of them have been answered yet. None of them. Okay. Hey, why do we only have 19 thumbs up? I just want to get to 20. Could we do that before I leave? Hello, Running Fish. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. How are you doing? How's everything going on your YouTube channel, by the way, these days? I know that like way back in the past, you used to be frustrated about like, you know, doing stuff and like being like, why? And I was just like, hang in there. In fact, not only that, I have a video that I was filming earlier today about if I was starting a YouTube channel in 2022, which I'm sure I will because have you met me? That's just what I do. And advice I would give for that. So that video will be coming out, not on this channel, on the other channel, but you know what I'm saying. So watch it Wednesday. I know, right? This is not the usual stream. It's because I'm going to this charity event tomorrow. And so that's why we're streaming on a Wednesday, right? Wednesdays with Shelly. Oh, I like it. I like it. I was thinking we do have to come up with a, some sort of like, okay, so Rob Balasabas was streaming with Doc Rock yesterday. Was it yesterday? And Doc was saying one of the things that is so funny is that like I gave him permission to like not be nice. And I was like, I don't know if I exactly would say it like that, but like, sure. Okay. I was saying like, it's okay to be a little sassier. You don't have to be like loved by everyone. I'm like, obvi, because there are plenty of people who don't love me, but, I'm loved by the right people. That's fine. And so I was thinking about that and it's not the first time, nor will it be the last that I get something about like sassy Shelly, sarcastic Shelly, Shelly the Slayer, whatever it is, slayer of dreams, hopes, dasher, bringer of sadness, whatever, all of those things, killer of dreams, smashing the hopes and dreams of others and whatever you want to call it. That's me. And so I was like, how do I turn that into a show and just embrace it, fully embrace it and go full Shelly, just full Shelly on some sort of show, some sort of, I'm thinking of some sort of like weekly live streaming show, maybe even like a YouTube chats or channel audits or something like the older sister advice that no one gives you, you know what I mean? Instead of like the, you just gotta dream it and achieve it type bull poop that like is really good at helping sell millions of dollars worth of courses and everything like that. Actually giving you some real actionable stuff. But like, there has to be some caveats. Like you can't just like, you can't cry. You know what I mean? You can't like, you got to know what you're signing up for. And I think most of you do, but like Shelly Squirrel Chats or whatever it's going to be, like, you can't like, you can't ask for advice and actually get advice and then be pissy about the advice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all that are here, you know what I'm saying. Okay. So yeah. What day is it? And in what month? This clock never seemed more alive. But just wait, I'll get a copyright strike on that. And that brings us roundhouse kick back to the very beginning of, in the top of the show where I was talking all about the content ID system that is just messed up. So anyways. Yep, yesterday. I know. I mean, I was there. I was watching. I'm always silently lurking and stuff like that. So, oh, hey, 24 thumbs up. Thank you, people. Don't ask for something you don't want to get. Exactly. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And I'm going to be the one to give it to you. Shelly's going to give it to you. I don't even know where that came from. I'm embarrassed. I should be stopped, but I'm not going to be. Can't stop, won't stop. No. Anyways, Dan in real life, Steve Carell was murderer of love. Yeah. Destroyer of dreams. The possibilities are really endless. Like, slayer of hope. Shelly slays your hope and optimism. Shelly will make you, like, I don't even know. Like, it will... I don't even know what you would call it, okay? So, you guys can help me name that show. I almost said MAME, which would have ironically also been appropriate. Slayer of hopes and dreams. Although that sounds kind of like seasonal. So y'all can help me come up with a title for what that is. Murderer of love. I mean, it has a nice ring to it, but I love alliteration. So if there could be something with the S's, I would be down for it. And we'll name the show that. We should totally vote on it as a group. Shelly the Slayer of Dreams and Shelly the Slayer and Bringer of Sadness. Shelly the Slayer. Shelly the Sarcastic Slayer. You know what I mean? Like, this could go on all day, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, I hope that you all have a wonderful night. I will not see you tomorrow, but I will see you soonish. Soonish. Oh my gosh. That was awful. At some place in time, probably in the future, unless you watch a video from the past, in which it will be from the past. So there's that. I hate myself enough for everyone here. So stop leaving comments about how much you hate me too, because I will just turn them into TikToks and Instagram reels, because that's what I do. And that's how I deal and cope with all of my sadness that y'all inflict upon me. So there's that. Anyways, have a great night, y'all. And Shelly, the Slayer of Positivity. The soothsayer. I like where your head's going with that. Anyways, if you have ideas about videos you want to see, genres and topics you want me to cover, and show names for the upcoming new year, make sure you drop it as a comment down below. Sisterly advice, only a sister would know. I always wanted to have a sister. Later than sooner, or sooner than later, or, you know, at that time when it chooses to be. All right, everyone, bye.